own families, delivering important products throughout the country that we desperately need, like food and medicine. So, to the dedicated truck drivers across the country, we just want to say, thank you.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. I am so excited this morning. Oh, do we have a lineup this morning? We got Troy Recreation here. We got the TA Petros here. They're going to talk about great deals for you drivers to get fuel and the things arrangements that they have made for you. Hey, I got someone from the lead plant here that is trying to get people jobs. It's just going to be a great show this morning. We want you to get you another cup of coffee and get you a donut stick and sit back and enjoy the show this morning. We also have company in here. We're being filmed twice, so y'all excuse me if it looks like I'm jumping around. I'm just excited. I got like 2 cameras on me, I don't know, but we're going to have a good time this morning. We'll be right back with our first couple of guests.
Hey everybody, Mike McDowell, driver of the Love's Travel Stop Ford Mustang for Front Row Motorsports. Just want to send out a special thanks to all you out there that are working so hard to keep America moving. We know that the world's crazy right now and things are trying and we know that this is a difficult time, but we're so thankful for you guys that continue to stay on the road and keep us going. We know it's not easy and you have family back home and friends and we just appreciate it so much. There's so much that we take for granted that we realize right now that without those trucks going around the country, we wouldn't have any of these supplies. So thank you guys very much. Keep up the good work, and we appreciate it.
Come join Wiley Sanders Truck Lines today. $1,000 sign-on bonus. We match your 401k up to 4%. Blue Cross, Blue Shield. We also have a dinner plan. You could be the next driver of the month. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. You're a certified mechanic looking for a job, then come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We need good mechanics. Call John Smothers or Ken Bray for the maintenance department. You will have a future at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Wiley Sanders 2020 vision for you is hauling lots of freight. We got it. Safe equipment, we got that. Lots of quality home time and great benefits like matching your 401k up to 4% of your gross pay. Blue Cross Blue Shield, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. At Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, the only place you'll be stopping is at the bank. Wiley, money. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today.
We know that times are unprecedented. We know that things are uncertain. We're all worried about getting the supplies our families need, but we know that there's one thing we can depend on right now and always: truck drivers. Because we know they will continue to drive, even when they're away from their own families, delivering important products throughout the country that we desperately need, like food and medicine. So, to the dedicated truck drivers across the country, we just want to say, thank you.
Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Tune in to our live broadcast Monday mornings from 8:30 to 9:30 on TC2. Do you have a business in our area or thinking of opening a business in our area? If so, let's talk about it on Truck Talk. No charge to you. That's right, no charge to you. No charge to you. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama, committed to the community. Remember, drive for the best. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Wiley Sanders 2020 vision for you is hauling lots of freight. We got it. Safe equipment, we got that. Lots of quality home time and great benefits like matching your 401k up to 4% of your gross pay. Blue Cross Blue Shield, Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. At Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, the only place you'll be stopping is at the bank. Wiley, money. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today. And we're back with Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We have Pastor Harrington with us, and you know we always start off on Mondays with a scripture, and Pastor Harrington came and gave us a prayer at orientation this morning. Now he's going to give us a scripture. Pastor Harrington, how you doing this morning?
I'm tremendous, Jeffrey, and thank you so much for inviting me and having me.
Well, I thank you for coming, and let me say this to you, and I no offense to no other pastors that have came, but I love the way in your prayer how you prayed for the drivers and the trainees. That touched my heart. It touched everybody in safety's heart that you made it a lot about them because that was their first day on the job. And I'm sure every man, woman in there heart was touched by your prayer. Thank you so much.
That's our job. That's our job. My boss above wants to connect with everybody that we pray for.
Good job. Well, all right then. Well, let's see what your scripture. What scripture?
Well, I got a very short one verse of scripture that I do believe the Lord laid on my heart this morning, and it's Philippians chapter 3 and verse number 10, and it reads like this: that I may know him and the power of his resurrection and the fellowship of his sufferings, being made conformable unto his death. Now, just the first part of that scripture points out that one of the saddest tragedies in a human life is to come and leave this world and not know who your creator was.
All right.
But conversely, one of the greatest joys, or the greatest joy in life, is to know the one on a first name basis who has made it possible, and to know his power, to seek him, to find him, to be blessed and changed through his power. Though Paul, who wrote this to the Philippians, had been walking with Jesus for some time, he knew that there was so much more to know concerning him. So Paul said, if I can just know him, I'll count everything else as dung, and everything will be all right. So much is happening in this world right now. Things are moving so fast, but we should all have the heart that Paul had and the desire to know him, because to know him is the prize of life. It's an unseen prize, but it's a fulfilling prize. May the same drive that Paul had be found in each of us. God bless you, man.
Man, I tell you what, Pastor Harrison, you have installed a week upon us that we can just go through this week and look back on the things that you have said. It's just going to be so uplifting to us. I want to tell you that Truck Talk Format is always open for you. If you're having something at your church and you want me to announce it, just get with Greg or get with me. You have my personal number now. My number is no secret. It runs everywhere. But I promise you this, if I don't answer, I'm going to call you back.
Well, I thank you so much.
Before I go to bed every night, I check my phone. I make sure that I've got back with everybody. Well, I promised you I wouldn't hold you long, and I told you don't be long, and you wasn't long.
No.
Won't you say good morning to your congregation, because I know some of them is listening?
Well, I didn't even let them know that I'd be on this morning. So if by happenstance they're watching, God bless you all. Be covered and blessed today.
Okay. We thank you. And we'll be right back with our next guest on Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Come join Wiley Sanders Truck Lines today. $1,000 sign-on bonus. We match your 401k up to 4%. Blue Cross, Blue Shield. We also have a dinner plan. You could be the next driver of the month. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. You're a certified mechanic looking for a job, then come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We need good mechanics. Call John Smothers or Ken Bray for the maintenance department. You will have a future at Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
Hey everybody, Mike McDowell, driver of the Love's Travel Stop Ford Mustang for Front Row Motorsports. Just want to send out a special thanks to all you out there that are working so hard to keep America moving. We know that the world's crazy right now, and things are trying, and we know that this is a difficult time, but we're so thankful for you guys that continue to stay on the road and keep us going. We know it's not easy, and you have family back home and friends, and we just appreciate it so much. There's so much that we take for granted that we realize right now that without those trucks going around the country, we wouldn't have any of these supplies. So thank you guys very much. Keep up the good work, and we appreciate it.
Come join Wiley Sanders Truck Lines today. $1,000 sign-on bonus. We match your 401k up to 4%. Blue Cross, Blue Shield. We also have a dinner plan. You could be the next driver of the month. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. You're a certified mechanic looking for a job, then come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. we need good mechanics. Call John Smothers or Ken Bray for the maintenance department. You will have a future at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Wiley Sanders' 2020 vision for you is hauling lots of freight. We got it. Safe equipment, we got that. Lots of quality home time and great benefits like matching your 401k up to 4% of your gross pay. Blue Cross Blue Shield, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. At Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, the only place you'll be stopping is at the bank. Wiley, money, money, money. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today.
We know that times are unprecedented. We know that things are uncertain. We're all worried about getting the supplies our families need, but we know that there's one thing we can depend on right now and always: truck drivers. Because we know they will continue to drive, even when they're away from their own families, delivering important products throughout the country that we desperately need, like food and medicine. So, to the dedicated truck drivers across the country, we just want to say, thank you.
Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Tune in to our live broadcast Monday mornings from 8:30 to 9:30 on TC2. Do you have a business in our area or thinking of opening a business in our area? If so, let's talk about it on Truck Talk. No charge to you. That's right, no charge to you. No charge to you. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama, committed to the community. Remember, drive for the best. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. And we're back with Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We got Dan and Kathy here. Kathy is from the lead plant. And you're just like the truck lines. You got great opportunities for jobs. And Dan, you're with the Troy Recreational
Yes,
Center.
sir. Yes, sir.
I want you to know that my boss lady came to me. Well, I came to her first. And I said, hey, it's time for me and you to do something. Because I know she likes to do benefit things. And I have to say the Lord must have placed on her heart. She said, let's do something for the Miracle League.
Oh,
Let's
yes.
do something for them. And
Yes, sir.
and they got me in contact with you, and
Yes, sir.
unfortunately I had surgery and we had to postpone the date, but we're coming.
Outstanding.
And we want you to know that all the proceeds are going to you.
That's tremendous. Yes, sir. We appreciate that.
And if you would, just tell me some things about the Miracle League, because it's all new to me.
Well, thank you, Mr. Bennett. This is the 10th year that the Miracle League field has been in existence out at the Troy Sportsplex. A Miracle League field has a rubberized safety surface that allow children with special needs to be able to participate and play the game of baseball. One of the unofficial mottos of the Miracle League, which is a national organization, is that every child deserves the opportunity to play baseball.
That's correct.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the Miracle League gives children of Troy and Pike County, and we have children from outside of Pike County, from Crenshaw County and Dale County that participate in our Miracle League. And it is, again, not only children with special needs, but we say that it's ages 5 to 99. Any child or adult that wants to participate, they play baseball, and we have games out at the Troy Sportsplex. Our season begins not this week, but next week on Thursday night, and we're excited about it and so glad that we're back in action. Last year, of course, we took the year off for safety precautions with COVID. We're back again, and I cannot say enough about the people behind the scenes that do so much work for the Miracle League. Ms. Sheila Compton Sanders and Dr. David Runyon are two individuals that have been instrumental since the very beginning of the Miracle League. And Lucy Fay is another young lady, a college student, with an organization called Truly Chosen that partners with the Miracle League to provide extracurricular activities other than the baseball games. They have special events once a month. And Mr. Bennett, we cannot thank you enough for what Sanders Trucking and the Sanders companies are doing to support the Miracle League and its children.
Well, I dare not try to take all the credit. I want no credit because I want to just have fun. And Mrs. Sanders, Mrs. Kelly Sanders, I see now why she picked the Miracle League. The older I get, the more I learn to listen.
Yes, absolutely.
I learned to listen. You
Yes,
know,
sir.
we got 2
Yes,
years
sir.
for a reason.
Yes, sir.
And when she said that, I was just all aboard. But then as I learned and found out, I was like, oh my God, I'm glad I'm a part of this. I just want to be a part of it. Now, I want you to tell me on TV here.
Yes,
now.
sir.
It's going to be Jeffrey Bennett, which is me, Kevin Baker, and Frankie Severus.
Okay.
We're competing against Kelly Sanders, Crystal Kitchens, and also Amanda that works for you.
Okay. Okay.
She teaches spin class. I think that's her
Yes.
name. Boy, I pray
Amanda
that's
Mentor.
That's her name. Okay.
Yes,
More
Mentor.
people get on
Amanda
me when I
Mentor.
get her
Yes.
name wrong. But we're gonna ride a spin bicycle. We're gonna
Okay.
bring 2 up here and we're gonna put them on stage.
Okay.
And we're gonna start at 9 with the show.
All right.
And we're gonna ride that whole hour.
So Amanda is on one of the other teams. Is
She's
that
on
right?
the team with Kelly Sanders.
Well,
what are you trying
all
to
I-
say?
all
What are
I-
you trying to say?
All
What
I
are
want
you
to
trying
say
to
is
say?
I wish y'all men luck. That's all I got to say.
Come on, man.
Amanda
You see Dustin back there. That's what I love about live TV. He back there, yeah.
Amanda is incredible. She is one of our instructors, and she shows no mercy on our students. And,
Now,
and-
let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something funny. I got bad knees, and I can't really stand up on the spin
yes, sir.
bicycle.
Yes, sir.
She hollered back there at me one day, if you're not gonna stand up, speed up.
Oh, and I say all of that jokingly, of course. We're so thankful to have Amanda as one of our instructors for Spin Bike. And she, obviously, a lot of our customers are first-time Spin Bike customers. And she paces everybody according to their needs and such. And we're so appreciative of what all of y'all are doing. And we know it's all in good fun, but it's also for a great cause.
That's what great cause.
Yes,
And
yes.
what I like about it, nothing we raise goes to nobody but you.
Well, thank
If
you.
we buy a hamburger, it's on us. If we buy
Yes,
water,
sir.
getting them bicycles put up here, it's on us. Everything collected, and I'm not gonna tell how much I got, but we stepping on out there.
Well,
See,
Mr. Bennett.
But I got some people that I know Miss Kelly Sanders is the boss, but y'all come on now, help house, help house. I want to win. I just want to win. I probably can't win on collecting the money because she knows so many people, but I got to win something. I want to win the bicycle
Yes, sir.
thing. And I go to Amanda's class, and I keep it hyped. I tell her, I'm gonna beat you. You gonna train me to beat you.
Yes, sir.
And back to your rec department you got out there. Let me say this to you. You do a great job. It's clean. The people, your staff
Yes, sir.
is nice. I've never, and I say never, had a bad experience out there.
Thank you, Mr. Bennett. We have as you said, a wonderful, incredible staff that takes such great pride in the facility and their jobs day to day. It's a new challenge every day that we get up. We've got to do it all over again.
Yeah.
And they do such a wonderful job. And Amanda is part of our team in making sure that the customers have a positive experience and that they want to come back again. And we have many instructors that are so positive and just valuable resources. And we're so thankful of the mayor and the city council and the community for the support of Troy Parks and Recreation. We could not do it without them.
You know, when you say the mayor, when I think of Pike County, I think how blessed we are.
Oh, yes. Yes, sir.
We hit it twice.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Lawrenceville was good.
Yes, sir.
Jason is so active and so I
yes,
have
sir.
never called him and needed him to come and appear somewhere and he not come. And that's just, when you live in a town like this and you can call your mayor and tell him your issues, and I'm not the only one that calls him, but he's involved and he's a mayor.
And
That's what a mayor does.
Absolutely.
And our sheriff,
Yes, sir.
Russell Thomas, the same way. Those guys come out and eat with us, and people, I want to say this from my heart: support your local officers, support police officers. People make mistakes, but if I put a bad apple in a box, yeah, it may spread to some others. Let's just get the bad apples out, but let's don't get rid of the box.
Yes, there you go. Yes,
We
sir.
got to keep the apples.
Yes,
if
sir.
something happens in here right now, the first thing I'm gonna holler, call the law.
Yes, sir.
So we got to realize that these guys, you know, my son is a deputy, and I wear my little band, and I pray for him every day. This country has got to have police officers, and we can't turn our backs on them because one or two make a mistake. You being a supervisor, me being a supervisor, every now and then, you have to let somebody go because they're just not quite fitting in your program.
Yes, sir.
And we got our pretty young lady over there from the lead plant. I was telling her that the other day.
Yes, sir.
You know, I give her an idea that was gave to me from upstairs. She's
Right.
in a recycling business.
Yes, sir.
And I told her, I said, if you just have somebody to walk to a car and it go yum, 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 that person needs a new battery. Correct?
Yes.
But that new battery in turn starts that person in a recycle position. Coming to Troy soon is going to be batteries for cash, where you can bring your battery, your old battery, and sell it, and we'll give you cash
Oh,
right
wow.
then. Batteries for cash is coming, so I didn't tell you that. I know
Okay.
she looking
Yeah.
and say, he didn't say
Okay.
that in our
Yeah.
meeting.
Yeah.
I didn't want you to know that.
Yeah.
But when you start to recycle, that's when our sister companies come in.
Right. Yes,
Let me
sir.
walk you through it. This battery is dead. It won't crank. So it winds up in Troy, Alabama. We take this top off. We take the lead out. And we recycle it. People think we make lead. We don't make lead. We recycle lead. Every time we recycle lead, do you know what we do? We preserve the earth. Why do we preserve the earth? Because you have to dig into the earth to get lead. So recycle is the way. We help the environment. I know people say, I didn't know that. I didn't either. We learn as we go.
Absolutely.
Remember them
Yeah.
too. Use them,
Yes,
use them.
sir.
But it just don't stop there. Then we take the plastic and you wind up with this. The liquid that was in it, we recycle it into fertilizer. Our sister companies, we can say, helps America. And we can say it with confidence. I can stand here and say this on TV. Well, I'm sitting there. I forgot I was sitting. You know, we got 2 cameras in today. I know she's been waiting on me to do this, and I was going to do it. They're doing what they call a behind the scenes. What I can't understand is why they recording us live if it's behind the scenes. But thank you for the job you do. Destin doesn't know this yet, but we're coming to one of them games, and I'm going to do Truck Talk right
Wonderful.
there
Yes,
at
sir.
one of them games. I want to sit there and be a part of that. And that morning, that Monday morning when we record it, we just going to play different clips of it.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to get you to come over and let's get some of them kids. and
Absolutely. Yes,
I'm
sir.
not scared of this COVID. I mean, we babied around a long time. The man upstairs going to take care of us. And we're going to get some of them kids that probably never been on TV. And we're going to have them to
Yes,
say
sir.
their name.
Yes.
And I'm going to root with them. And, you know, we're going to make it about them.
Absolutely. That's a great
Except they
idea.
never put the camera on me. Put it on those kids.
Yes,
And
sir.
let me just say hello to them and let them say I enjoy Truck Talk with Wallace. And I'm going to bribe a couple of them to say they're going to be on my side. You
Yes,
know?
sir.
My team is weak. Yeah, I ain't got a lot of people. My team is strong. Wait a minute. My team, all my guys are good. My team is strong, but they're getting more money on the other side. They're getting a little more money.
I know y'all will finish strong.
Huh?
Yeah, y'all will finish strong.
We'll finish one.
Mr. Bennett, I cannot say thank you enough to Sanders Trucking, Sanders Lead, and K&W. All 3 of those entities have been such tremendous supporters of the youth in our community, Troy Parks and Recreation, and the community as a whole. And those 3 companies, I just want to say thank you for
Yes,
what they do.
You know, they do that hardly. Mr. Kenny Campbell, he's one of our leaders out there, and an owner, and he has always had an open hand. My granddaddy taught me something when I was at a young age. I had some cookies. My sister wanted some, so I crumbled them up and put them in my mouth so she wouldn't get one. And he turned around, he said, boy, ball your fists up. And back then, this was a lot of money. He took a $5 bill, and I had my fist balled up. He said, if I can get it in there, you can have it. And I opened my hand. He took it back. He said, no, I want you to keep your hand closed. the moral of the story was if you open your hand, things will come to you. These companies have been blessed so because they give back. They
Yes,
give
sir.
back to the community all
Yes.
the time. And I'm not going to get up here and go on and on, but people in the community know. There's been
Absolutely.
sick people that's been healed.
Yes, sir.
There's been people, a lot of things they do, and they want no recognition for it. I could get in trouble if I keep talking about it. They just want to do it and it be done.
Yes, sir.
But this Miracle League, it's just something a little special about it. I admire a kid that's born that can't walk, but still wants to play ball and
Yes,
still
sir.
struggle on. That takes something. That
Yes,
takes something. I've had a lot of leg and feet injuries, and a lot of times I wanted to just give up. But seeing people like that and knowing this is a short time for me and it's forever for them,
Yes, sir.
I got my butt up and came to work.
Absolutely.
Right.
I got up and came to work, and I want you to know that anytime that you want to come to Truck Talk and say something, be glad to do it, or any event that you have, and this is an open floor mat for you. We don't have no people that sponsor us. We're sponsored by Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Yes, sir.
So we can announce whatever we want to announce, and we'll announce anything as long as it's positive.
Absolutely. Well,
That
thank you.
was the goal when we got into this. We're doing nothing negative. It's going to be all positive, or we're not going to touch it.
Well, thank you,
And
Mr.
you
Bennett.
think if everybody took the positive road, it's two roads.
Right.
Positive leads to great things. Negative leads to a downhill spiral.
That is so
Right.
true. So
That's
true.
that's it. It's just two roads. You can take either one. I'm gonna stay on the positive side. I like the end of the. Look at the beautiful day. Me and you was talking
Yes,
about
sir.
it. It's just so pretty today. And I woke up and I had a job and I was alive. And I got excited about it. I thought about
Amen.
you guys was
Yes,
coming.
sir.
Thought about the lead plant was coming. I knew she was gonna be scared to death. And I thought about how I was gonna be looking at her. So I keep looking at her like this. And she's like, okay, is he coming to me? Okay, is he finna say something to me? But no, thank you, and you're so warm to me when I come out there to meet you to kind of get a flow, man. It's going down.
Thank
As the
you,
young
sir.
folks say, it's going down. We're gonna do it. I've got to get with Kelly today, and we're gonna set another date. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, and I am coming to one of those games, and me and Destin is gonna record. So tell the kids about it, and
We will.
and get them excited. Say y'all gonna be on TV, and
Thank
we're gonna come out and do it. Ain't gonna cost them nothing.
Thank you, Mr. Bennett. We
And we'll bring
appreciate
some Cokes or something. We'll bring them a little snack. We ain't just coming
Yes, sir.
empty-handed. My granddaddy used to say, when you come, bring something, boy. Boy, bring me something. And you could bring him a piece of peppermint. He'd be so excited. He'd sit there and pat it in his hand.
Yes, sir.
He just always, and if you come in that door, he said, well, what you bring me? So I learned that it wasn't what it was just the thought of it. I used to just,
That's true.
he liked peppermint. I'll bring him some peppermint. So thank you, and you better say hi to your staff now. Don't get in trouble.
Well, thank you to our staff and everything that y'all do for our community. We appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Bennett, so much for y'all's support.
And we'll be right back with Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Come join Wiley Sanders Truck Lines today. $1,000 sign-on bonus. We match your 401k up to 4%. Blue Cross, Blue Shield. We also have a dinner plan. You could be the next driver of the month. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. You're a certified mechanic looking for a job, then come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We need good mechanics. Call John Smothers or Ken Bray for the maintenance department. You will have a future at Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
Hey everybody, Mike McDowell, driver of the Love's Travel Stop Ford Mustang for Front Row Motorsports. Just want to send out a special thanks to all you out there that are working so hard to keep America moving. We know that the world's crazy right now, and things are trying, and we know that this is a difficult time, but we're so thankful for you guys that continue to stay on the road and keep us going. We know it's not easy, and you have family back home and friends, and we just appreciate it so much. There's so much that we take for granted that we realize right now that without those trucks going around the country, we wouldn't have any of these supplies. So thank you guys very much. Keep up the good work, and we appreciate it.
Come join Wiley Sanders Truck Lines today. $1,000 sign-on bonus. We match your 401k up to 4%. Blue Cross, Blue Shield. We also have a dinner plan. You could be the next driver of the month. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. You're a certified mechanic looking for a job, then come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We need good mechanics. Call John Smothers or Ken Bray for the maintenance department. You will have a future at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Wally Sanders' 2020 vision for you is hauling lots of freight. We got it. Safe equipment, we got that. Lots of quality home time and great benefits like matching your 401k up to 4% of your gross pay. Blue Cross Blue Shield, Wally Sanders Truck Lines. At Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, the only place you'll be stopping is at the bank. Wiley, money, money, money. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today. Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Tune in to our live broadcast Monday mornings from 8:30 to 9:30 on TC2. Do you have a business in our area or thinking of opening a business in our area? If so, let's talk about it on Truck Talk. No charge to you. That's right, no charge to you. No charge to you. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama, committed to the community. Remember, drive for the best. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. We're back with Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. I was trying to look in my email. See what live TV gets you. Tell them your name. I'm so stupid.
My name's Mark Fleming. I'm with Travel Centers of America. So nice to be with you, Jeffrey.
Nice for to have you here. You know, me and you talked a couple of weeks ago, and we was talking about you was coming down, and I didn't know we'd be fortunate enough to have one of the lead plant workers here, Miss Kathy. Miss Kathy is here, and just to show you how we're growing, during the break, me and her was talking. How many positions did you tell me you had open?
We have over 30 positions open, and it may have increased over the weekend. I haven't been into the office yet, but I will find out when I get there.
And if somebody wanted one of those positions at Lebanon, what would they do? What would be the first process?
The first process would be to come by the Human Resources Office, which is located at 972 South 3 Notch Street, Troy, Alabama, and fill out an application, and at that point you will be interviewed.
Okay. What about a person like me that don't know how to do a lot of things? Say if you wanted to come in and could you be trained for certain positions?
For all of the general laborers, we do train you for everything that you need to know. For the skilled positions, we require that you have a certification and that you are authorized to do whatever job.
Okay, let me ask you this. What skilled laborers do you need?
The skilled laborers we're needing right now are electricians and industrial maintenance people.
Okay. See what we got going on down here in Troy? You see that?
Sir. Got a lot going on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You travel all over the United States for TA and Petro.
Yes, sir. Pretty much all over California. We have 318 full-service facilities and standalone restaurants throughout the United States.
Now, I know you wonder why I had you and Miss Kathy up here at the same time, because it intertwines. We recycle the lead, then we put it on our trucks. We can only put, somebody gonna call my hand on this, but I'm thinking 200 gallons. I think our tank's 100 gallons.
Right.
After that 100 gallons, guess what? We need a good truck stop.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We hope that you'll utilize TA Petro. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you guys have showers and good food.
Yeah, a little history. We've been around for 50 years. We're public. We were started publicly traded in 2007. The average TA Petro sits on 25 acres of land. It has average TA has 10 fueling lanes and 10 gas lanes. They have full and quick service restaurants. They have big convenience stores, truck service maintenance facilities, and also showers, fitness centers.
Oh, wow.
Business centers, laundry facilities. So we try to make it for the driver a home away from home, because you can't, the trucks, they got to go somewhere, and our motto at TA Petro is we try to return the driver to the highway better than he come in to see us. So that's on all of our signature blocks with our new CEO. So and once again, Wiley Sanders is a partner with TA Petro, and we appreciate our partnership. So we do have specific things set up with us, strictly with TA Petro. So.
What are some of your loyalty programs you have?
We have it's called Ultra One, and it's based on prior month's gallons. So, for instance, you can get from 1 to 5 points based on a tier of gallons. I mean, all the fleets know that. And then the drivers can use those points for purchases for meals,
wow.
purchases for showers, purchases in the retail store, and also for every 60-gallon fill up, 60 gallons minimum, they also get a free shower. But also in these tiers, once they hit a certain tier, they don't even have to use the 60 gallons. It's part of, they've reached a tier in their fuel gallons. So we hope they get to that. That means they're stopping at our facility. So then they get a free shower as well. So it's a pretty lucrative program. We try to tailor things toward the drivers. Without them, I don't have a job. And I'll say during this pandemic and everything that was going on, who never stopped? The drivers.
The drivers.
The drivers.
Oh,
so,
I like you.
That
like
they're
you.
on the road, and
Oh,
without
I like
them,
you.
all the people shutting down. I mean, we had to follow guidelines within the industry. Like some states, you got to close the restaurant down, or you got to. So we tried to provide, like meals and certain things working around the situation. So we've kind of hopefully on the back end of that, and things are starting to get normal again. So when I say we have full service restaurants, there might be some still in California and some places that are on the down low a little bit, but there's also
One of my guys to pull in there and don't have no restaurant. He called me up.
Yeah, exactly,
okay.
exactly. We want to make
I
sure.
understand that.
Yes, sir.
I used to drive, and I did a lot of tow and recovery, but TA, I always liked the iron skillet.
Yes, sir.
I just kind of like the name of that, and then Petros, of course. But to hear you say how important the driver is and being in the position you're in, that warms my heart. Because I consider myself as just a driver advocate. I'm about the driver because that's what I was told to do by my boss, was to take care of the driver. And I take things seriously. And I take care of them. I talk to them day in and day out. And any time that I can get on this show and tell them, hey, check out that program he got. I've talked to the guy. I met him. It makes it easier for me when they come to me. I can say, I know if they do have a problem, I can say, I know somebody up there. We're going to call and see what happened.
Absolutely.
And I can tell you the type of person that would take the call and would check it out. Sometimes people don't have someone that they can go to.
Sure.
Everybody's not connected with the Lord like maybe some of us are. And sometimes you need a person that you can go to and just tell.
Yes.
I've talked to drivers before, and I wouldn't dare call the name, but I've talked to them for 20 or 30 minutes. And I said, well, I'm going to talk to you this way. No, don't call. That's okay. And I be thinking, and then I realized along in the job that this guy just wanted to tell somebody this. He don't want to cause a confusion, but just look at this. So I got why I just kind of looked at it and I wouldn't do it. Because you can't tell nobody don't tell somebody something and they tell them. If I go and tell the driver, the dispatcher don't tell the driver, it still occurs. So I don't say nothing, but I watch and sometimes the guys are real excited about that. I was telling Miss Kathy here, being in the recycling business, anytime they'll get on me about popping them glasses, anytime that you can do something that helps the country and helps you provide for your family, you're in a good position. Did you just hear what she said? She said she got 30 job openings.
Yeah, and another thing I forgot to mention too is that to be employed, you have to be 18 years of age. You have to pass a pre-employment screening, drug screening, and physical, and also have a valid license,
A valid
ID.
license. That's not a bad requirement.
Yeah.
That's not a bad requirement at all. We do the same thing with drivers. Well, of course, they got to have a CDL, but they do have to pass a drug test. And, a lot of people go around that question. They're like, but one thing about Truck Talk with Wallace Sanders Truck Lines, we just tell it like it is. If you don't pass the drug test, we're not going to hire you.
Exactly.
There's no sugarcoating to it. That's just the way it is. But you know what?
Same thing with us.
If we do hire you, you have a chance to make a great living.
You have a chance to make a great living. You can go as far as you want. You have to be driven. We want career-minded people.
Wow. And that's what I,
Because
I
you-
just
you
used
go-
that word this
Yeah.
morning. What
Yeah,
did I tell the
career-
guy?
career-minded
I just used
people
that
take
word
you
this
Make it a
morning.
career.
I said, I'm not hiring you as a truck driver, but I'm hiring you as making a career in driving. I just used that this morning, and here you come and put the stamp and seal on it. Let me ask you this. The plastic plants and all, they're just booming and nobody, do you agree with me when I say this? Between all the restaurants in Troy, the new shopping center that came up, the DC in Brundage, I went to the Waffle House the other morning and it had a sign up. It said, help wanted, hire immediately. No, I mean, no one in Pike County just able to work. Now, I'm not picking on people that's not able to work, but I'm
Right.
saying every willing, able body in Pike County could have a job.
Could have a job. There are plenty out there, and we have plenty.
Now, I said that to say this. Don't miss your blessing, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know how many cities cannot say? Montgomery couldn't say that.
Right.
But we're small enough, but big enough that we can work everybody. I like the way that sounds. Small enough, but big,
Big
enough.
enough. We can work everybody.
We
You
can
don't want to
everybody.
work at the
Small
lab.
enough, but big enough. And I like what you said about career motivated. The young lady just asked me, well, how long you been doing truck tunnel? Well, I couldn't tell her how long I've been doing it, but I can tell her this. I started off hauling trash at Wireless Center, sweeping the shop floor. And I got paid every week. And I just learned to do things. And then I moved on to the wash rack and I climbed up in one of them trucks and I saw all them gauges and all them switches and stuff. I said, whoa, I'm gonna learn how to drive one day. And in order to get to pull the truck out of the wash rack, you had to be through with your side of it. Being tall kind of helped me. Boy, I was running that sting. Mr. Willie Kelly was my supervisor. I asked Mr. Willie to let me pull the trucks to the ready line. And he did a psychology game on me, but that was fine because it helped me. He said, well, if you get your side washed first. I said, I ain't worrying about that. I washed my side, boy, and then I found out that was showing up a good deal in the summertime because we leave the truck running. Well, when I get my side washed, I could get inside. They had the air conditioning running the truck. Mr. Kelly would get on the other side. I think I pulled up there about 3 times, and the ready line was a good little walk back to the shop.
Right.
Boy, I walked back because now I got to get up there. I got to get back because I got to get this other side washed because ain't nobody pulling these trucks out for me. I done made up my mind. Ain't nobody going to. Well, what it created was this guy work. This guy work. He almost running from the ready line. But I was running because I wanted to drive the truck, and opportunities came up that they started letting me fool with them a little bit. And things came up in the shop, and I went in the radio, and it just grew from there. You're right. I look back, here I sit here at 60 years old, and I'm on a downhill stroke, but I'm still having fun. And to meet and talk to people like you just excites me, and to see our companies just growing. And T.A. Petro come down here to see us today. We're special. Drivers, y'all are special. Y'all got the man. I got the man here this morning. Every Wiley Sanders driver, what I want you to do is go by the TA or the Petro and get your fuel today. And tell them your name. Tell them who they met today.
Mark Fleming.
Tell
Mark
them you
Fleming
met
with
Mr.
TA
Mark
Petro.
Fleming, and he's in Troy, Alabama at your home terminal.
That's right. I actually live in Alabaster, so I'm local. I've moved a lot with TA in my 31 years. I'm 60 like you, since you're throwing that out there.
Yeah.
One of the things I will start doing, I send promos out that we have weekly or monthly to the fuel managers, shop managers. I need to include you that.
Yeah,
include
include me
you
in
in
that,
that for the promotional items. I like to see them there, and if they can take advantage of them, especially the new drivers. I appreciate you inviting me for that, for your orientation. That was very, very. I like the way you did that. That was good.
I do that every Monday, and I try not to be a reader, but being I didn't get your email, I had to
That's
look
okay.
down at my phone and read it. But I
That's
try
fine.
to let things come from in here.
Sure.
And every Monday, I just think as I'm riding to work, I want to say something. I'm trying to say something that'll let those new people know that this is a great place to be. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm in trucking. I read about it, I look at it, I watch it, and I know what it takes to make money as a driver. I'm on the business side, but as a driver, I know what it takes to make money, and what it takes is to keep the wheels rolling.
Sure.
I can't think of a company, and I wouldn't dare call no names because we don't do that on Truck Talk, but I can't think of nobody that's got a bigger stick as we got. We got her and her other sister companies.
Yes, sir.
We got this. We got this.
That.
We got what's inside
Inside
of
of
this
that.
that we
And-
make fertilizer with, and you tell him,
And we recycle.
and we
that.
recycle. Recycle keeps
Recycle.
this country moving, like you said about the trucks. I like to say this.
Yeah.
You look from your head to your toe, if you got it on one time or another, it was on a truck.
That's right.
One time or another, it was on a truck. I want you to get me a commercial that y'all are running, and we're running on Truck Talk.
Okay.
Get with Destin,
Absolutely.
and he'll tell you how to. Remember what I said? I ain't into the technology part, but
Right.
he'll take care of you. He'll tell you all the channels
Yeah.
and stuff.
I'll get our marketing group to
Yeah.
put something together.
And let us run it for you guys, because I want my guys to be treated special, and I can tell by you taking time to come down here that you care about the driver, and I like how you put it. You want to put the driver back on the highway
Better than he arrived.
better than he arrived, and that's good. And you know that the preacher, Pastor Harrington, he touched my heart when he went to praying and he was talking about the conditions on the road and give them safety. Man, that touched me. That man called me a couple of times and asked me who's gonna be in there, and I'd answer him who's gonna be in there, and I'm know it all. Oh, don't worry about it. You'll be fine. Just come on, just say a prayer. But he was outlining what he was praying about, what he was gonna pray about. I saw that this morning. Yeah, I saw he was getting confirmation, and he gave a good confirmation. I'm gonna keep my eye on that class. I keep my eye on all of them, but I'm gonna keep my eye on that class. I tell people, and this goes back to the drug testers and stuff. If I go to a school, I pride myself, I'm gonna get somebody out of that class. I ain't went yet in it. But I look for high volume and numbers. And young people, you need to hear me when I say this. If I get 8, I'm probably gonna wind up with 5. Because if you go into truck driving school, make sure you ain't got no DUIs. Make sure you ain't got a whole bunch of speeding tickets. A speeding ticket over 15 miles an hour is bad, bad, bad. Make sure you don't have that kind of stuff. And number one, make sure that you can pass the drug test. We've all made mistakes. If you can't, get yourself together that you can.
Right.
And so you can make you some more money. This money is out there to be made. These jobs are here. And I can go to the Bible with this. The Bible says, man, don't work, all not eat. I love to eat. And if Trace them don't have you set up for lunch today, but I'm sure they will. But if they don't, do give me a call, and me and Doug will take you to a place.
Oh, well,
We
thank
get
you.
some good Southern food. But you live in Alabaster, so it ain't like you from up
Yeah,
north.
yeah,
or
yeah.
something, so you
Not
used
one of
to
the.
it.
Although our home office is in Westlake, Ohio, I've moved around and got back in what I call south of the Mason, God's country.
Yeah.
So, after moving 7 times with them, but I'm originally from Alabama.
You moved 7 times.
With TA in my
With TA.
31 years. Yep.
Oh, they like the Army. They just call up and say, we need you here.
Well, like you said, there was one thing you said that you can't teach. Sometimes college education tells me you're capable of learning, but does it tell me you will do the job? Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense.
You know, like I see you can learn, but will you do the job? A lot of times we promote from within. So the opportunities was there for me to do things. Although I started at the TA in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, as a assistant fuel shop manager, way back when.
Okay.
When that one opened up, so I was blessed in my career to have opportunities. They never say you have to move here, but if you want this opportunity,
Here it is.
Here it is. So
Oh,
it goes
okay.
back to what you were saying. So good stuff.
Okay. You know, opportunities are just what we make out of them.
Yes, sir.
They're opportunities, but then we got to make something out of them. I look for big things out of Kathy. I done gave her some ideas, and I can see her wheels are turning, you know, in this advertising business. You know it yourself. You got 20 other stops that are competing against you.
Oh yeah.
And you got to put yourself in a position that you're the one. You heard me this morning when I said about being vested, and I used the state because everybody when I was growing up wanted a state job. Want me a state job? Well, it takes you 10 years to be vested in the state. You come to Wireless Sanders, you vested day one. Now, one of the key things I love to talk about, where in this country that you can go to school, and I think the highest school I know is $5,000. That's the highest one I know. A lot of them you can go to for $3,000. 6 to 4 weeks. Step out the door of that classroom. Step into this baby here and start off making $40,000 to $50,000 a year. I'm waiting on an answer. I don't hear one. It reminds me. I'm gonna tell you what that question reminds me. We was in Zoom the other day, in the Bible study, and the guy was talking, and he said, "Now, I'm finna give y'all a chance to raise your hand. You know, you hit a little button, you raise your hand." He said, "I'm finna ask a question. It's an easy question, everybody can." And I know everybody was just like me, boy. I done got up so I could get to my button, you know. He said, "Okay, and it's simple." He said, "I want everybody to answer now, and I'm gonna take time and listen to everybody answer. Don't get in no hurry." He said, "How many people in here never made a mistake, never did nothing wrong, never thought about doing nothing wrong?" And he just got silent, and you didn't see no hand go. Quite naturally, I put my hands in my pocket so I didn't accidentally. I said that to say this. We've all made mistakes, but opportunities are here to correct them. We've given some second chances at Wireless Sanders, but it's been a good for us. I got some guys and some ladies that I give a chance to have done good. So don't think because you've had a little problem or something has happened that you're just done for. You're not. You're not done for until you give up.
Right, we're all about second chances.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of employees that have second, third, fourth, fifth chances.
Yeah.
And, you know, a mistake is a mistake, and that doesn't stop life.
It doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop.
Absolutely. I mean, I know we've all,
Has-
Yeah.
even myself, I go back to things at 20 in college and some of the things I go, well, what was I thinking back in those days?
Really?
These rolling
What
materials.
was we thinking? What was on our mind? But y'all, we're in a position, all three of us are in a position to help people. You help them. Guy comes in there, nice, clean shower, nothing is no better. Nothing is no better. Good fuel. You know, you can buy bad fuel out there.
Yeah.
You know that. You can buy bad fuel, but you guys, y'all buy it, y'all have the best. Good fuel. Kathy can put them in the recycling business. You know what I like about it? She tells me that a guy that's general labor, they'll teach him to do other things. Come there, show that you're willing to work. First thing you got to do, you got to show up.
You got to show up. You got to show up on time.
You got to show up on time, and that's what they call decent and in order. That's not too much to ask, because at the end of the week, I've been working for Sanders all my life. All my life, I've been with Wireless Sanders Truck. I've got some adventures on my own, got some now, but never has a Friday roll around and I ain't got my check. I tell them now, we got this automatic thing they put in the bank, I used to go in the gym and I tell the guys, "Oh boy, my back hurt, man. What's wrong with your back?" So they slid it in there last night. Looked like they hit it a little hard. It kind of bumped me a little bit. It's a joy in working and knowing you're gonna get paid and knowing you're gonna get decent wages. We pay decent wages.
Right.
We pay great wages, and our drivers make good money. Our trainees, I'm gonna tell you something. You see them trainees coming in there? We pay them by the mile. Every mile that truck runs. And they take on some good chicks. I got a book that I'll show you today sometime if you get back by my office.
Yeah.
That just shows what these trainees make. We go yo and behold to make sure they're comfortable. Because in my business, this trainee is gonna be a driver if I stay with him through his. I look at some now, and nothing. I was telling a lady this the other day. This little girl, she was from Dothan, Alabama. I'll never will forget it. When I said little, she looked like a little girl. And I went down there to the school to speak, and she called my hand after class. She told me, she said, because I tell them we're lady friendly. She said, you're lady friendly? And I said, yeah. I thought she was somebody's daughter, you know. And I said, yeah, you got somebody want to drive? And she said, yeah, me. Well, I said, okay, you know, fill out the application. Well, she filled out. She came. She said, I graduate next week. I'll be there. And she came. Wow. And when she come through the office, Keith Lemaster, I'm gonna call him out. He said, who child is that you got? She looks just that little, you know. We was kind of worried about her. We put her with Miss Shirley Little. And if Miss Shirley can't train you, you can't be trained. She got it. She went out on her first trip and she made it. And every time I see her come through the gate, I think I was a part of that, you know, because I stayed with her, you know, because she told me she could and she did. And every time that happens to me, every time I get one out of a school and I have to do something special, maybe get their seat changed or just help them in a way to get them going and encourage them, it makes me feel good when they whoop through that gate the first time on a truck by themselves. You there then. I tell people all the time, orientation and training is just for a little while. The gravy is on the back end. You're eating the legs right now, but when you get up on that end, you're going to get up there in the breast part. You're going to get the chicken, the best part of the chicken. And that's what you're doing.
Yeah, and with your speaking of the schooling, I will be doing some job fairs starting tomorrow for high school seniors. We're going to be doing some recruiting for them in Dothan. Start with you follow tomorrow, Dothan, Enterprise, Greenville, and all over from starting this month up until the first week of May. And then after that, I will be sponsoring some our own one-man show type of recruiting, where I would get just wherever I can go.
Okay, there you go. That's probably good for a high school student. Everybody's not college material.
Right.
Raise my hand. Let me raise it. Dustin back there, he got his hand raised, but you see he working all this equipment. So everybody's not college material. So I'm glad to hear that you're going there.
Right.
And that's good. That's good. I think that if we just stay on the path we on, just keep beating it. Just keep beating it. You keep keeping that truck stop nice and clean, and keep giving those guys those discounts and those rewards. And you just keep asking. You just keep asking. You just keep knocking, and I got you. I got you. Anything I can do to help you, I'm willing to help you. But
Appreciate it.
I can't say enough for it. LB Peavy House. Got you 3 minutes. He talking to me now, but he ain't got no college education. But he's smart enough to tell me to get off this TV. Man.
Okay.
LB Peavy House, give me that. And he knew I needed something. And I got a paint bucket, but I carried it to a school with me. But we make paint buckets right here in Troy. Right here in Troy.
Right. KW Container.
KW Container.
Yeah.
You know how exciting that is? When I go to a school, man, I got a big old box. Yeah. I go up in there, I lay all my stuff out, and I just go to picking it. I'm telling you what I got. We got so much stuff, and this is the truth. We got the lead, we got the plastic, we got the paint buckets, we got fertilizer. I had so much stuff till I caught people like this. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I know you do. Yeah, I know you do. And I started giving tools. I started bringing them and letting them see it. Nothing like the visualize. I tell young drivers, you ain't seen nothing till you go to a big truck stop and you see all these things you can buy. You know it. You probably helped get it in there. You ain't seen nothing. Well, you ain't seen nothing till you come to Wiley Sanders Truck Lines and see what we got. You got to see it to believe it. But it's true. But it ain't nothing like when you let it out. You heard what I told them guys there? When I take you around Thursday, you're going to say, wow.
Yeah. That was very interesting.
You're going to say, wow. Like I look golf cart and I take them around on Thursdays and they be like, everybody wants to know that they're the place that's going to stand. Right. Nothing against mom and pop things, but I want me something solid. I done went to school. I done spent my money for this CDL. I want to make money. I want to go somewhere where what them young folks say, where they jumping.
Like your motto, you set people up for success rather than failure.
Some of us
training the same emphasis
for
we
success.
have.
Some of us
from a
success.
blue tech to a master tech, so you encourage that the way we do.
And the training is not beautiful. It's just there. You got to do it. You got it now. Everybody got it. You got all your behind the scenes action? Yes, okay. Until next week, this has been Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. We thank all the Wiley Sanders drivers for the things you do. Remember, this is about you, not me. Goodbye. Come join Wiley Sanders Truck Lines today. $1,000 sign-on bonus. We match your full